Hey everybody, so as you know, I am not shy when it comes to buying books. I do like to buy books. So today I'm here to share with you the latest stack of books that I've recently purchased for myself. Let's get started. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Russell with Ink and Paper Blog. How are you doing today? As always, I hope you're happy, I hope you're healthy, I hope you're safe, and of course, I hope you're reading an amazing book or two or three. So I am still on vacation, so this is the third video you're seeing me in this shirt because I recorded ahead, because I'm planful like that. And of course, I want to share books with you. So today I'm here to talk about some books that I bought for myself before I left for my vacation. I'm always buying books. Really, I couldn't even imagine not picking up a book or two or three or four, at least every couple weeks, if not more. But don't tell my husband. So today I'm here to share with you, it's a small stack, so give myself a little pat on the back, all of these books so that your TBR can explode just like mine. So get out your pen, get out your paper, get out your Goodreads, however you keep track of that TBR. If you are so able, please order these books from your local independent bookstore. That's where I picked them up myself. Or if you're a library user, get your library to get you a copy because I'm sure you're going to want to read all of these books. Okay, so I sort of fibbed. The first two books I actually got from Book of the Month, which you know I'm a huge supporter of. Absolutely love them. The first book I actually mentioned in my science fiction fantasy recommendation video, and that's The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah, and this is out from orbit.com. This is a, my nose is tickling a little bit, so I apologize. Oh, itched my nose, scratched my nose? My itch to my scratch. Okay, you know what I meant here. This is the story of a young girl who is a midnight merchant who, with the help of her djinn, is in sort of the business of collecting forbidden and illegal magic, selling illegal magic. One day she saves the life of sort of this cowardly prince and brings herself to the attention, unfortunately, of his father, the Sultan. He decides that he is going to send her on a mission to find this lamp that will supposedly revive the continent, the world in which they live. However, it comes at the repercussion of all of the jinn disappearing. They would all disappear. But really, with no choice other that or be killed, she decides to go on this adventure with another one of the sons of the Sultan, his bodyguards, and on that adventure. And it's really about her coming to terms with, it says, in the world where story is reality and illusion is truth, she will discover that everything, her enemy, her magic, and even her own past, is not what it seems. So it's kind of like a weird, not weird, that's not the right word, like a reimagination of like the Aladdin myth. And a lot of times I say Aladdin myth, it's probably an Aladdin story, but that's what it reminds me of. But it sounds so much cooler, if that makes any sense. Don't tell my husband I said that. Aladdin is his favorite Disney movie. That's The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. This is out from Orbit Books. You can get your hands on it right now. The next book is also from my Book of the Month Club pick, and that is Woman of Light by Fajardo-Anstine, and this is out from One World. You may remember she wrote a short story collection, I want to say it was Sabrina and Corina, that was shortlisted for the National Book Award a few years ago. So this is the story where it says, Luz Little Light Lopez, a tea leaf reader and laundress, is left to fend for herself after her older brother Diego, a snake charmer and factory worker, is run out of town by a violent white mob. As Luz navigates 1930s Denver, she begins to have visions that transport her to her indigenous homeland in the nearby Lost Territory. Luz recollects her ancestors' origins, how her family flourished, and how they were threatened. She bears witness to the sinister forces that have devastated her people and their homeland for generations. So I think it's sort of like a family saga told through the eyes of this young woman. So that's Woman of Light by Kali Fajardo-Anstine, out from One World Press. So, okay, the next book is one that I just love this author so much. Everything I've read by her, I've really, really enjoyed. And that's Emma Straub. And this is her new novel, This Time Tomorrow, out from Riverhead Books. So this is sort of like a time travel novel, which I think is a little bit different from Emma. But we have our main character. She's about to turn 40 and she's content. She's happy in her life. It's not terrible. It's not great. She likes her job. She's happy with her romantic status. She's happy with her independence. And she has a really good best friend that she's sort of lifelong best friend, right? But the only issue she has is this relationship with her father. And her father is ailing, and sort of as he's getting more and more ill, he's getting more and more out of reach. And, you know, she doesn't really know how it got there that fast and what happened. And then one day she wakes up and it is 1996, where she is 16 years old. Which actually I may have been 16 years old. No, that's wrong. No, I graduated college in 1995. I mean, high school in 1995. So I was not 16. Wanted to make myself a little bit younger than I am. But she wakes up, it's her 16th birthday. She's sort of reliving this. And then she sort of sees her father again. And he's in a totally different light. This enigmatic, engaging man. And she sort of arrives at this new perspective on her life. And what is she going to do with that now? And what changes is she going to make? That's Emma Straub's new novel, This Time Tomorrow, out from Riverhead Books. Okay, my husband actually picked out the next book that I'm going to tell you about, and that's Love Marriage by Monica Ali. She was shortlisted for the Booker Prize for Brick Lane a few years ago. This is out from Scribner Books. And this book sounds like it has a lot of family drama in it. But we have a young woman. She is 26 years old. She's a doctor in training like her Indian-born father, and engaged to Joe, who has a domineering mother named Harriet, who is like a well-known feminist. Like the marriage is it's supported by both the parents, but the parents from each group, they're not close in any way, shape, or form. The Gormanis, the young woman's family, are very conservative British Indians, and the husband's family are liberal, wealthy Caucasian family. But as the wedding sort of comes near, things start to happen. A misunderstanding turns into discussions of infidelity and long-held secrets that sort of upend everything that our main character knows. Her parents were always said to be a love match or a love marriage, but is that actually true? When her brother is banished from the house, her mom winds up leaving, and she winds up going on an adventure herself and having a thrilling affair of her own. And how all of that's going to come together, I don't know, but it sounds really, really good. So good job on my husband with picking this one out. So that's Love Marriage by Monica Ali, out from Scribner here in the United States. Okay, the next book I've already read, but I needed to pick up because I love the author. I read the arc. I thought it was fantastic. And that's Bloomsbury Girls by Natalie Jenner. This is, I'm going to say that this is a sequel to her novel, The Jane Austen Society, because so many of the characters from that book are in this book. But we have three women that work in this bookstore, all trying to do different things. One is she just wants to be in charge of fiction because she wants to put the authors that she is supporting, and she wants to be a writer. Another is a mother supporting a family with a husband who's sort of no longer working, and she's just doing it because she needs to get by. The third is a young woman that we met in the first book, the Jane Austen Society, that has been sort of, she thought she was going to be in academia. She went to school, but she didn't get the job that she wanted. So she's hunting for a book that she sold in the first book. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. And because she thinks it has a bigger impact. She didn't realize the impact this book would have until she started to do this investigation. And now she's trying to find it. This book is about how the lives of these three women, this bookstore, how it all comes together. There are cameos by famous authors. There are Daphne du Maurier's in this book. I can't remember all of them. But it's just really well done. It's about romance. It's about family. It's about sort of struggling times post-war. It's really, really good. I don't even know if I'm explaining it really well. All I'll say is read both of Natalie Jenner's books. Start with the Jane Austen Society. Go into the Bloomsbury Girls. I promise you, you will love both of them. Fantastic summer reads. Fantastic books to get lost into. I really recommend it. Is that enough? Bloomsbury Girls, Natalie Jenner, out from St. Martin's Press here in the United States. Last but not least is another fantasy novel that I picked up, one because of this cover, Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan, out from HarperVoyager. This is the story of Xingyin, maybe that's how you say that. She grows up on the moon, so she's very accustomed to solitude. She doesn't know that her mother is taking her there because she's being hidden from the celestial emperor who exiled her mother for stealing something. And unfortunately, when this young girl, comes into her magical powers, she can no longer be ignored. So she is now alone and powerless and afraid, and she makes her way to the celestial kingdom. And she disguises her identity and starts to learn about magic and all of this in the alongside the emperor's son. So of course there's going to be a romance there. And really, she's out to save her mother. She wants to save her mom, and it's that adventure, this romantic adventure, all of that combined together to make Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan, out now from HarperVoyager. So I bought myself some good books, don't you think? All of them definitely worth your time, because if they're worth my time, they're worth your time, because we are wonderful readers together, right? Right. Oh, I'm going to try to hold this up, and I bet this is all going to fall. There we go. There's your stack of books there. As always, if you are a return subscriber, I thank you so much. I could not do this without you. If you are new to my channel, I say thank you. I hope you subscribe, hit the bell, all of those bells and whistles as they sell. As always, I encourage you to read globally, shop locally, and until next time, I wish you happy reading. Bye, everyone.